Prince Louis, who won the hearts of many during the Platinum Jubilee festivities, will accompany his family on their annual walk to church on Christmas morning. This will be the first event of its kind in which the toddler has taken part. The members of the royal family gather each Christmas for the traditional Christmas Day walk to the service at St Mary Magdalene Church in Sandringham. But this year, it's also anticipated that the family's younger members will show up. According to the Mirror, Prince Louis IV will take part in the traditional royal walk to the chapel for the first time. At the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations, the youngest Wales child initially stole the show as he stood talking to the monarch. On the fourth day of the Platinum Jubilee celebrations, when he sat close to his mother Catherine in the royal box, he made a number of hilarious facial expressions. In order to get a better view of the action, he would occasionally clench his fists, stick out his tongue, wave his arms in the air, cover his ears, and put his hands over his mother's lips, while also standing in his seat. Later, he strolled over to his other relatives and sat on his grandfather, Prince Charles's knee, who tried to keep the 4-year-old amused by pointing out various intriguing aspects of the march. The youngest son of William and Catherine also made them laugh, and they subsequently remarked, "We all had an incredible time, especially Louis." Louis's older siblings, Prince George and Princess Charlotte, made their Sandringham debuts in 2019 when they were aged 6 and 4. The animated Charlotte at the moment stole the show by jovially waving and introducing herself to royal admirers before stopping to give wheelchair-bound Gemma Clark, who had waited all morning to say hello, a warm hug. Charlotte received an inflatable flamingo from Miss Clark, 39, who travelled with her family from Long Sutton in Lincolnshire. Miss Clark noted that Charlotte appeared happy with the present. At the time, she said, George and Charlotte were brilliant, and they both hugged her. "It made my day," she added. The Royal Walk is a Church Day family tradition. They all go from Sandringham to St Mary Magdalene's Church to attend the morning service. The late Queen herself was once photographed as a young princess heading to church with her parents, King George VI, and the Queen Mother and sister Princess Margaret. Aside from a few years in the 1960s, when the royal family spent the holidays at Windsor Castle, they always stayed at Sandringham House for Christmas and New Year's, which means that come Christmas Day, they attended services at St Mary Magdalene, a church on the estate. Every year, royal fans line the path to the church during the Christmas service, hoping to catch a glimpse of their favourite royals as they walk in. Following the service, the late Queen traditionally collected flowers from local children who lined up for their moment with the monarch. However, this year will be the first year the royal family is led by King Charles. It is hoped the cheeky Prince Louis will be giving proceedings a lift when he joins his siblings. Among other royal news, it is reported that the Queen Consort Camilla plans to invite her children to this year's royal Christmas. Camilla will reportedly be inviting her children, Laura Lopez and Tom Parker Bowles, to the royal family Sandringham estate. It will be the first time the royals have had their traditional Christmas at the Norfolk home for 3 years due to the COVID pandemic. Queen Camilla's grandchildren have also been invited to attend the royal festivities, according to reports. A source told The Sun, Camilla is keen that her family are at the heart of Christmas, particularly as Charles won't have his youngest son there. However, despite some people missing seats at the Christmas table this year, over 70 guests will be invited to spend the holidays with the royals, including Prince William and Catherine plus their children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis. King Charles's siblings will also be there as well as his nieces and nephews. Also in attendance will be Queen Elizabeth's cousin. Since the royal family's last Christmas gathering in 2019, the royal family has lost both Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip. This Christmas will also be the first time in over 70 years that a new monarch will be delivering a festive message. Queen Elizabeth's annual broadcast has been a Christmas tradition, as it was often the only time the late monarch gave a personal address and spoke of events that had happened throughout the year. Charles will now become the first male monarch to deliver the Christmas speech on television, marking how long Queen Elizabeth's reign was, as she is now the second longest reigning monarch in world history. The King filmed his Christmas message last week on Tuesday, according to The Telegraph. King Charles's first Christmas speech is expected to recognise Queen Elizabeth, who passed away just a few months ago in September. However, the speech's topic has not been announced.